I never actually went somewhere that has Arab people in it. I never visited places like that. I don't know why.
I was never racist, but I never knew an Arab person.
I had a lot of stereotypes about Jewish people. If we talk to them, they won't even respond. We don't have things in common, so why to try to talk to them even?
How do we even bring these people together? How do we even get these young people to break down these walls, these stereotypes, to eliminate the ignorance? It is astounding that I lived 11 years here in Israel, and yet I did not have a real conversation with a single Arab Israeli kid until I came to Ultimate Peace.
What does the Middle East need? It needs love, it needs common ground, so we decided peace through sport is basically what we're doing. Let's get a bunch of kids together who live 3 miles apart but would never interact except for this.
The kids come to camp. You speak Arabic, I speak Hebrew. She speaks English. But we have a disc, and we're just gonna learn how to throw this disc between us. We throw, we catch, we throw, we catch.
I was afraid to go to him and talk with him or even to throw a frisbee with him. But I said, it's a lifetime opportunity, let's take it. After we played, I was like, hey, my name is Ali. And he was like, my name is Shukr.
The way the Ultimate Field works is, in some ways, more democratic than other sports. I mean, as soon as you get the disc in your hands, you now change from the receiver to the quarterback. You just caught it, but now you have to throw it.
We are dependent on each other. I can't do it myself. I can't run the length of the court and slam dunk. I gotta pass it to you, you gotta pass it to me, and our failure is ours collectively, and our success is too.
There is no referee in the game, which is gives the players a chance to solve their problems on the field by themselves.
When someone calls a foul and then another person said, no, it's not a foul, and then they can't speak the same language, so they bring in like a third and fourth person to translate, and they start having a dialogue. They learn how to communicate with each other.
The relationship that is created here at Ultimate Peace really sticks with the kids, and it's something that's not breakable. These kids are brothers and sisters for life.
This camp changed a lot of how I think and how I see Arabs and Palestinian kids. To get to know an Arab person is to truly learn about their culture and not just from things I hear in the media.
We're all human beings. Like, I have to accept other people. I have one Jewish girl, that she's like my best friend now.
We are cousins, Jewish, Palestinians, Arab and Israel, whatever you want to call it. No one can change this.
As these children grow up and become the future leaders of the world, they're going to remember this connection. And I think that can really change the future. I think that if our leaders are connected, they won't want to fight. They won't want to hurt each other because they're family. And why would you hurt your own brother?
Do I think it's possible to bring peace? I have no idea. Am I hopeful? Because of this program, I really am.
Colombia is divided, and many, particularly those who live in the cities and the middle classes, think that the war was about to be won, that the guerrillas were going to be defeated because the offensive, the military offensive implemented by former President Uribe. So the question there for many Colombians is, why do we have to make concessions? Why do we have to negotiate with terrorists? So it's very difficult for a country so divided to come to an agreement, not only about whether the peace is or not needed, there is a consensus on that, but what kind of peace. Colombia have many illegal armed groups, have a strong presence of drug cartels, of transnational criminal networks. There are still problems with the former paramilitaries transformed into criminal gangs. There is a problem of culture of violence in the shanty towns, in the larger cities. So Colombia has many problems. One of them is the ideological conflict between FARC and the government, and hopefully also bringing the second guerrilla, the National Liberation Army, ELN, into the table. So what does this mean? This means the disarmament of, let's say, 8,000, 10,000 people, and a real challenge for the government to offer them a new life and the reintegration of this group into the political life. But will also mean that Colombia will need to provide the social services and the security to that population and also to the people who live in the most affected areas. The armed conflict in Colombia became increasingly marginal because, as a consequence of the military offensive, the guerrillas were cornered, were sent to the borders, to the jungle, to very isolated areas. A psychological consequence of that marginality of the conflict is that many Colombians consider that the conflict is no longer the most important problem to address. They want to see more employment, they want to see better education, they want to see improved services, and also peace. But it's not the most compelling demand. The war is not fought in the streets. The challenge will be to bring the conflict into the core of the concerns of Colombians and to pay much more attention to it and to its resolution.